Welcome to K9 Boxing. And this is another edition. Yes, it's another edition of K9 Boxing Live. And so we got superstar, former world champ, Oscar De La Hoya, trying to recoup some of that money that he lost when Canelo Alvarez left Golden Boy Promotions. So now Oscar is doing whatever he can to make up for that bag. What's up, Vinny? So now Oscar is reaching out to Conor McGregor. Stop it! Yeah, he's reaching out to Conor McGregor because he feel like he can help Conor McGregor. Now, I did business with Oscar, and I know Oscar is going to do business with you kind of like a sack chaser when you in position, when you got something to offer. So Oscar De La Hoya knows that Conor McGregor is a perfect match for Nate Diaz. Oscar De La Hoya knows that Conor McGregor and Nate Diaz can sell out any arena, and that would be, man, that'd go viral. Oscar De La Hoya knows that Nate Diaz can fight Jake Paul. Oscar De La Hoya knows that Nate Diaz can fight Floyd Mayweather. Oscar De La Hoya knows that Nate Diaz can fight in the UFC. He just want to make sure he's a part of Conor McGregor's team. Well, if he's a part of Conor McGregor's, Nate Diaz's team, yeah, if he's a part of Nate Diaz's team, he can make that bad. Now, Nate Diaz already has reputation, has representations. He already has a manager. Hopefully, he already has a lawyer, because these UFC fighters, I don't know what kind of lawyers that they be having, that be looking over the contracts for them in a contract with Dana White, because man, what the lawyers should have did is looked at the boxing contracts and said, okay, you Conor McGregor, okay, this is Gervonta Davis, okay, you Conor McGregor, this is Floyd Mayweather. Now, if you go on Twitter and go look at how many followers Nate Diaz has and how many followers Floyd Mayweather has, and you will see something ain't right when it comes to what Nate Diaz is getting, Conor McGregor is getting, Floyd Mayweather is getting. Floyd doesn't have to worry about getting kicked in the face, knee in the face, elbow in the face, and he's making quadruple times, 3 times, 4 the money that fighters that has more fans than he has. I mean, let's be real. If Floyd Mayweather was walking down the street and Conor McGregor was walking down the street and there was a bunch of fans, who you think that they would run to first? I'm talking about real talk. But yeah, so Oscar trying to recoup. And hey, listen, I ain't mad at Oscar. Make sure when y'all tap in, y'all hit that like button. Y'all whoop that trick. Whoop that trick. Yeah, y'all whoop that like button for me, because we have 15 in the building. Only 2 likes. Stop it! Y'all gotta stop it. But yeah, man, listen. Nate Diaz, I bet you Conor McGregor contract about to be up too. I'm surprised that Dana White didn't try to get them guys on a lifetime contract. Man, yeah, I'm surprised. Yep, I'm surprised, man. Because it seemed like those young men were in a contract with Dana White for a long, long time. What's the other young man? Somebody help me out. His name is Ingua, Ingwe. What? I can't pronounce the young man's name. I'm not a big USC fan, but when I saw Oscar De La Hoya reaching out to Nate Diaz, I said, "Oh yeah, game, yeah." Oscar, yeah, he just like the rest of them, dirty, dirty, dirty. Definitely treated me real dirty, dirty, dirty. Just think about it. So I'm in a position to fight Canelo Alvarez. I signed with Oscar because Oscar bids on the fight, a fight with Corey Spinks. Oscar won a purse bid. So I signed with Oscar because he won a purse bid, you know? What I do that for, you know? Because, man, when it was time for me to get the big fight, he flew me and my family in to his office, and he offered me 3 fights. Now, out of all the 3 fights, none of them was Canelo Alvarez. None of them. He offered me Alfredo Gulu, James Kirkland, and Ishe Smith. All of them for the same amount. I think it was for $350,000. So that was still good money. So I'm like, let me see. Yeah, I was like, well, and just the kicker, how slick he was. He was like, I'm gonna offer him to fight with Ishe Smith. I'm gonna make sure out of all the fights though, he can fight him in Detroit. Oscar was slick, man. He was like, I know if I get Floyd Mayweather's fighter, what's up though, Il Toro? If I get Floyd Mayweather fighter an opportunity to fight for a belt, you know, Floyd would definitely work with me another fight or two. So he did that, and I was thinking that they was trying to get that boy my belt, and they gave him to him. All Ishe Smith had to do is make it to the distance, make it to the finish line, and they was gonna say in the new. That's exactly what they said in my hometown. Ugly fight. It could have went either way. Definitely, no. Let me rewind that. It could not go either way. It was an ugly fight, and when you the champ of the world, it could only be a draw if it's a close fight, or it goes to the champ because it's my hometown. And they said, and the winner is out of Las Vegas, Nevada, Ishe Smith. Stop it! Oh man, they took my belt, bro. And how I got proof, you know, Oscar De La Hoya is a dirty man, but how I got proof is, I ain't gonna say the referee's name, but I saw a referee who was in that camp, you know, with them same peoples, judges and referees. And our referee took a point from me. I'm talking about they didn't warn me, but took a point from me for nothing. So they was really like, oh yeah, we gonna definitely, you know, give this belt to this boy. Man, these guys, oh man, they did me so wrong, bro. I love Detroit, don't get me wrong, but you don't never see me ripping Detroit. You don't see me with the Detroit hats and all that. I love Detroit. You know, one day maybe I will throw a Detroit hat back on, you know. But just how they played me. I'm a hero for Detroit, you know. I brought the belt back to the city of Detroit after we was incognito. We was without one for 25 years. Let me rewind that. We was out of belt for 25 years. Out of the Crunk Gym. Since Tommy Hearns, we hadn't had one. Now, not only did I bring your belt back, I brought all eyes on us when I was on the Contender. Huge reality show. I'm talking about reality shows that just came out. Man, let it be known. What's up, Farad? What's up? Jamel, my man's in there. Man, make sure you hit the like button, my dog. But yeah, stand up guy, man. At the time, I think Detroit was the murder capital. So for people were trying to come in Detroit, they had a no flying zone up in here and everything. And I was letting them know everybody in Detroit ain't crazy, bro. We got crazy everywhere, but y'all all right. Y'all can come through. Yeah, y'all definitely can come through. You feel me? So, man, but you know, it is what it is. That the Bible says a man is not honored in his own country. Yeah, so yeah, Oscar, man, Oscar been, really acting real thirsty lately. Like man, I'm gonna expose these guys. I'm gonna put the pressure on these guys. If these guys, don't sign the contract this week. Remember he said that about Brian Garcia and Javante Davis. Not on paper, and people can see, that man, Ryan, that Oscar, man, listen, swim or drown. Oh, what's up, Justin? You all right? Yeah, but look, just think about it. Oscar had Ramirez, I think his name is Ramirez, a light heavyweight, with a record of 44 or either 45 and 0. You know? Oh, yeah, I got you, Justin. Make it happen, then, Captain. Yeah. So he got a record of 44, 45 and 0. I'm talking about, man, listen, he wins 6, 7, 8 more fights. He can retire and had a record for the most wins with no losses as a professional fighter. He could beat Mayweather's record. Instead, Oscar put him in there with Bivol, and Bivol beat him easily. Oscar was like, man, he beat this guy. We're going to be a superstar. We're going to be rich. He don't care. He's all about that money. He's all about that money. I'm telling you. So when Canelo fought, I can tell you this for sure. Canelo fought, let me see, he made $20 million. Oscar will at least get, let's see, 30% of $20 million. That's $6 million. $6 million. And on the contract, when he signed the contract for $350 million for a 12-fight deal, think about it. If Oscar got 30% of that, 350 million, what's that? 350 million, that's 330. So 30 is 369. Oscar got about, about 10, 11 million for that. Yeah, so it's a dirty game, baby. What's up, Burns? Oh, yeah, thank you, Sheeny. My man, Sheeny, yeah, they need to be listening. Yeah, I'm telling you. Yeah. I think it was, hey, Justin, I think he got, he can get no 118 million. Oh, you saying Oscar got 118 million? Okay. Yeah, but, I'm telling you, these, listen, I didn't know. When I went and flew out, listen, Oscar De La Hoya and them flew me and my family first class. Okay, I got you, Justin. Yeah, first class. You know what I'm saying? VIP. They wanted us bad. They like, oh yeah, because we gonna use K9, and his family. They don't care about the family. They don't care. And we gonna throw this E.J. Smith out there, fight out there to him. He gonna take it. Cause we gonna get him the same amount to fight somebody that I know he's gonna say he's not a puncher. I could beat him easily. You know what I mean? So they threw that name out there, threw him out there, and versus James Kirkland and Alfredo Gulu, like them on paper might be harder fights, but I would get up for them a lot more. I think I probably would have got more credit. See, if I knew what I knew now, I'd have told him I want Oscar. I mean, I would have told him, well, I did want Oscar too, though, but I would have told him I want Canelo. Yeah, I would want Canelo. Or I would have told him I want you. Me and you, glove up, you know? But yeah, they did me real dirty, bro. You hear me? They did me dirty. And, Emmanuel Stewart had just passed. So our contract with Manny Emmanuel was up too before he passed. Yeah, it was sad, man, because I was letting Emmanuel know that our contract was up too. So we could have we negotiated, or we could have got back together, but the contract was up. So and yeah. Emmanuel, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Emmanuel was mad about that our contract was up. Yeah, he was mad. And he was mad because I was a free agent. Wasn't no just signing back, without a new contract, because when I signed with him, I signed basically off a handshake, just off of I can go ahead and get you a fight that I supposed to get anyway, because I'm rated mandatory to fight Corey Spinks, but the IBF they kept trying to get me to fight the number one contender, even though I'm number two and I'm supposed to be mandatory. Since I didn't have a presentation and no one to talk for me, they kept trying to put me in the ring with other fighters. I had to fight Yuri Foreman. Now, when I fought Corey Spinks, no, I'm sorry about that. When I fought Zerbiak Basagorov over in Germany, this was for the number two spot. So they slipped because it's number two. I can get you to fight for number one if I want to. It's for the number two spot, but it's for a mandatory fight with Corey Spinks. Now, if Zerbiak Basagorov would have won because he had the Klitschko brothers promoting him, or K2 Promotions promoting him, he'd have fought Corey Spinks right away. But instead, it was me, a brother from the hood, no presentation, nobody talking for me. They had me fight Yuri Foreman. Yeah, they had me fight Yuri Foreman. Now, thank God Sugar Hill had the perfect game plan. We put pressure on him. He couldn't deal with the pressure. I was putting pressure on him, and he couldn't deal with the pressure that he ran into me with a headbutt. Yeah, and he got cut, trying to cut me. So I was able to get paid, and the fight was a no decision. So he didn't want the rematch. So now Manny was like, oh yeah, I know Nancy Tucker. We cool. He stayed in my house before. And he was the president. He was the vice president of the IBF. So he made a phone call, and I was fighting for the title, which I should have been fighting for in the first place. But, no presentation. But me and my family, we learned from that. So, yeah, it's a dirty game. Young people, boy, only if they knew. I done got contracts this thick, bro, you hear me? Yeah, a Don King contract thick like that, Yeah, exactly, Justin. That's real talk. Yeah. So at the end of the day, though, I'm gonna make a great manager. At the end of the day, I'm gonna make a great promoter, a great advisor, because of what I know. But it depends. I think being in Michigan is not a good look when it comes to the people that's out here at the top. Yeah, I need to be in Florida. I need to be in Vegas. I need to be in California, because that's where the money at. To be honest with you, I wasn't gonna get no real money in Michigan. My first fight, I had to fly to what's that? I think it was that Tennessee, Memphis. I had to fly to Memphis and fight on a Mike Tyson undercard. I was scared of flying. I got on that plane so quick. Opportunity to fight on a Mike Tyson undercard. Stop it! It's over. I wasn't fighting on the Mike Tyson undercard. First time ever flying before. My first time ever flying. I fought when Mike Tyson fought. A guy who I looked up to. I wanted to be like. They used to call me Tyson on the streets. Tyson. And they go, Tyson, watch out, man. Here come Tyson. Yeah, but I'm just telling you, bro. So now Nate Diaz is in a position. Now, trust me, Nate Diaz done got choked before. You know what I mean? By choked, yeah, I'm thinking about, what I'm talking about, in a headlock. I'm talking about got, got over, He done been in that slavery contract where he, was supposed to get a lot more but got a lot less. So you think that he's gonna go in the contract? See, Oscar should have been there 6 years ago, 5 years ago, whenever he signed his first contract or second contract. So it's like, what do I need you for now? Cats ain't stupid. When you go through something, you ain't gonna go through it again. Or if you go through it again and get caught up, you definitely gonna go through it again. You ain't gonna keep falling for the okie doke. It just don't make sense, do it? Yeah, so, yeah. Nate Diaz, he got his team together. And, yeah, he don't need the publicity or none of that. You feel me? He know that he's a hot commodity, and that they not trying to help him because they like him. They trying to help him because they know what they can get out of it. Yeah, just to Nate sell tickets, a lot of tickets. And don't get me wrong, working with Oscar De La Hoya wouldn't be a bad move if he didn't have to pay Oscar a whole lot of money. Oscar would do what he could do on his own. It wouldn't be hard. All you gotta do is do what Jake Paul is doing, fight, fight a few fights, fight a few guys with big names that you can beat though. That's all Jake is doing. Jake is fighting the biggest names, in the UFC or in the world of sports, or it could be an actor, whoever, who can't fight, or who could fight, but can fight when it's in a different sport. They good at what they do, like in wrestling. If you are a wrestler, but this is a boxing match, then you're not gonna be good at boxing. You're gonna be good at wrestling. So why would a wrestler get in the ring with a boxer? Because they all looking at Jake Paul. It's like, man, this boy can't fight. You feel me? Yeah. So yeah, it's definitely a dirty game, man. You gotta really watch what's going on. Yeah, it's dirty. But yeah, Nate Diaz, trust me, he done been through enough to know right from wrong. But definitely y'all make sure I hit the like button when y'all tap in. But he said he want to get into boxing. So when I was reading the article, so he definitely want to have a few boxing matches. Man, I don't see why they not. Look, why I don't see why a lot or more entertainers with big names, especially if they trying to get some easy money, or especially if they in the UFC and their contract is up and they got a big name. Man, why they shouldn't have a professional fight? That stuff is easy. Man, all you gotta do, you can reach out to certain people. You can reach out, yeah, what up, though, Toro? You can reach out to Showtime and say, look, I wanna fight. I wanna do a contract. I wanna fight a 3-fight deal. You can have anybody sign. Give them a fee. I'm gonna give you 100,000, 200,000, 300, 100,000 a fight to give me 3 fights. That's free money for somebody. PBC will do that so quick. Just to use the name. Up in the trees. What up, though? Up in the trees. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So appreciate you for tapping in. Up in the trees. Hit the like button and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already subscribed, big fella. Yeah, that's your boy, man. Cornelius K9 Bondage. That's right. The oldest world champion in junior middleweight history. Respect. Yeah, and don't get me wrong, Nate Diaz can fight, but when you ain't fought in a boxing ring, I think he had a few amateur fights, but when you ain't fought in a boxing ring in years, you can't just go off what you used to do It takes time. You got to get your reflexes together. You got to get used to wearing shoes. Cause he been used to not wearing shoes, in the UFC fights. So you got to get used to having on shoes again. Sparring and fighting is similar, but not the same. Exactly. Yeah, yeah, and they sell lots of tickets. Yes, Nate is cool, but Nate has to be advised by somebody who to fight, when to fight. He has to be guarded. He has to be guided to the finish line. I'm saying you just run to the finish line. No, you got to watch out for this trap. You got to, don't go this way, go this way, because that right there, you got somebody waiting on you that way. No, hold on, go around this way. You have to be guided as a UFC fighter that's about to, excuse me, that's about to get ready to get into the ring, the boxing ring, the sport of boxing. All right. Exactly, Justin. Because if you get hit, it could be one punch you get hit. The same punches you get hit by in the UFC ain't the same punches you get hit by, in a boxing ring. So even though the punches could be harder in the UFC because the gloves is a lot smaller, it's not going to be as accurate. It's just going to be something that's coming wild. So if it's a wild swinging shot and you trying to punch at the same time, boom, it could be very effective. But in boxing, you put them same small gloves on a boxer, and man, you let him hit you in a cage like that, you're gonna be out of there. You might get to shaking and everything while you're knocked out. Because one thing about a boxer, all boxers do is practice on one sport. So, yeah, UFC fighters, they practice wrestling, they practice kicking, they practice all kind of stuff. We practice one thing, so we're gonna be real good at one thing. Now, for a UFC fighter, you know, if it was wrestling, and they practice wrestling, then it'd be a different story. They'd be real good at wrestling. If it was a wrestling, and if it was wrestling, they trying to practice on everything. Why not just be good at one thing and be all right about one of the other things? But you got to at least be real good at one thing. You don't want to take from the other one. That's gonna put you in a disadvantage. That's the reason why the sweet science of boxing, because you only been practicing one thing. So, yeah, that's why cats be so sweet when it comes to that. And Turo said, I think the man should retire. The man has brain damage. And Turo says that, well, that's why I don't think he got brain damage. No, he definitely need to quit smoking that weed. Yeah, he just definitely he just need to be like promoted, and now he can use his brand because he has the fans to fight the right fights. Yeah, if he promoted right now, he'd be cool. Yeah, he'd be good. He ain't got to get in there with no real fights no more. Now he could just milk the cow like Floyd is doing. Floyd is not fighting real fighters now. He's just fighting people with big names and making millions. He paid his dues now, and now he's just picking and choosing. And he's living off the fact that his name is Floyd Mayweather. So that's all Nate has to do. What's the other guy named Ingua, the fighter that's out the contract. What's the heavyweight name, y'all? Somebody help me. Justin, what's the fighter name? El Toro. Somebody help me out. Yeah. Now what's that? Anganu. There you go. Anganu. Yeah. That fighter right there. Man, he get in the ring with Tyson Fury. He gonna get knocked out. Yeah, man, he better get in there and fight. He be getting there with Jake Paul. He'll get knocked out. Cause you gotta feel your way. You gotta get a feel for what you're doing. Nago you. Okay, Nago you. Okay, Nago you. Okay. Yeah, what I'm gonna do, that's all right, my dog. I'm gonna go to the video, and the announcer's gonna say his name. And there you go. Yeah. You know, they go to YouTube. They have to say what their names are. In this corner, we got Nugayu or Nagayu. Yeah. So yeah. So yeah, he definitely don't need to be getting. Oh, new. Yeah, new gone. Okay, new gone. New go. New go. Yeah. I like it. Yeah, that's why I like that man. Yeah. Nah. Oh, nah. Because it's like, huh. H-U-H is huh. So it's nah. There you go, nah. Nah. Yeah, I got you. You got a nah, champ. Nah, yep. There we go. See? I got it. Stop it. It's over. Nah, I got you. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. So yeah, I gotta get out the doghouse. Don't worry, y'all. I'm gonna get out the doghouse. Even when I be in the doghouse, SB don't be playing, bro. You hear me? The live is took from me and everything is over. Yeah, so now I just gotta figure it out. I'm gonna figure it out, man. You see, let y'all see, it's still snow on the ground, but it's hot. It's real warm outside though. See that snow still out there? Oh man, it's snow out there, but it's warm. It's like, man, that snow gonna melt. It's probably about 40 degrees outside. Yeah. That hundo, you got to send it through. You gotta send it through. You can send it through Cash App. Yeah, $ K9 boxing. Yeah, and then you gotta do that. And you gotta send, of course, you gotta send me your address. So I have to go and send it to you through what's that? I gotta go take it to what's that place called again? Brain fog. But yeah, I gotta go take it to that little spot where you send everything off to people. Yeah, I'll get them to you though. Yep. Okay, yeah, post office. There you go. Yeah, I see. I get post office. There you go. Yeah, my mind is all over the place, man. 10 things at one time. Yep, the post office. That's it. There you go. Yeah, it's coming through. I got some blue gloves coming in too though. They might be in this week too. Yeah, I got some blue ones coming in. Yeah. And I got some Stop It shirts coming in too. Let's see, it's trying to swarm at full force overhead. The Turtle said that this new go, new go is yeah, he said that boy can punch equal to a 995 horsepower Ford escort going as fast as it can, and a 6-pound sledgehammer swung with full force overhead. Okay. Yeah, but your hands can't hit. Remember what Ali said? What your eyes can't see. So you ain't gonna be able to hit with that. That punch coming that hard gonna have to be super slow. That's gonna be super slow. I mean, you could still DM the money, Justin, and just wait for the blue gloves. That's all. But at least I know that you know what I'm saying, it's paid for. You got it. Yeah. Yeah, but new gone. Yeah. Nago. There you go. Nago say up. It's trash. There you go. See. I don't know. I had to see them in person to be. You know what I mean? I don't see them. Them green ones ain't bad. Them green ones so far from what I had, them green ones is really nice because The leather of them it feel like suede, and it's leather. You know, what I mean, they good. The material is good. So I don't know. They are all of them good. All of them. I like all of them. Yeah, I like all of them. I like the gold ones too. I mean, yeah. So, and you what size you want? You want 16 ounces? You should definitely get the 16 ounces because you be punching. You be having your knuckles be all swole. Yeah, you can't get. I don't even know why I even asked you that question. You definitely got to get the 16 ounces. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, it's gonna be mighty interesting. I mean, this year I would probably say, um, spring. But no. We're gonna be hearing news by spring, but I would say by summer, fall, next winter, by the end of the year, some big fights gonna be made, real big fights you wouldn't think that would be made gonna be made. You know, because them UFC fighters, that little $1 million, $2 million that they got been making don't go far. So they gonna be desperate. They're gonna be desperate to get back in the ring. So they gonna make moves. Like Conor McGregor got that $100 million, so he ain't that pressed to get in the ring as much as the new guy him. He gonna be pressed to get in there because he ain't been eating. Nate Diaz, he gonna be pressed to get in there. But then again, he smoke all that weed, so it's just ain't no telling what he gonna do. Eventually, he gonna get back in there, but he ain't gonna be as pressed as they give you a contract. You know what I mean? Some big money. You could do just about what you want to do. Oh yeah, you said so. In March, you talking about John Jones? Yeah, yeah. So your boy Dana White gonna be forced to have to pay these fighters more money than he used to pay them because they starting to get their game up. They starting to understand the business. Yeah, they starting to understand the business. They starting to understand what's going on. Real talk. So they definitely getting their game up. They definitely ain't gonna settle for pennies. You know what I mean? Anymore. They smarter than that now. They know the game. It's a good thing. You feel me? Yeah. But yeah, definitely Justin, I would get the green ones. Just because I got them and you already saw how they look. And green with the gold is kind of cold too. I think I'm gonna get me some shirts. You know what I mean? That's green with the gold print because that green and gold look good together. Definitely. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get some green and gold. Yeah, we need that. It's a good look. Y'all tap in. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Definitely. Oh, 8 mil for one fight. That's good. See, Charles said they offer him 8 million for one fight. Exactly. So you already know he ain't make that in the UFC. He ain't made no $8 million in no one fight. No. But he got such a big name. He could get 8 million plus. He can get part of the pay per view because it's gonna be on pay per view. They ain't gonna give him no $8 million and it's gonna be on regular TV. He can make $8 million plus. He can get a part of the gate. You know what I'm saying? Some of the pay per view, all that. So he could make up to $20 million his first fight. He probably didn't make that his whole career. He can make that in one fight in the boxing ring. Boxing pay more. Oh, Dana White offered $8 million pay per view. Oh, okay. Yeah, I bet he did. He trying to keep him. But see, so if he get offered, so guess what? Whatever Dana offered, he can get more than that in boxing. He can get 10 million guaranteed. Instead of 8, he can get 10 million plus pay-per-view in boxing. 10 million. He can get 10 million cash plus pay-per-view. Because $8 million in the UFC, you got to pay the IRS, so they gonna take what? He probably end up with $5 or $4 million. He can get $10 million cash. He can keep. You know what I mean? Plus pay-per-view. Yeah, so why I couldn't get that before I was about to leave. Oh, now that the contract is up, now you can get that now. Don't fall for the okie doke. It's not a comparison, right? But we just gotta school them. You know what I mean? On what it is, because it is what it is, and you know, if the actual athletes don't know, then the fans definitely don't know. They the ones putting their lives on line. You know what I mean? And if they don't know, you know, the fans don't know. Fans, they'll talk their talk. But at the end of the day, you put a fan in there, and a fan is offered $8 million to fight or $1 million to fight, they taking it. They ain't gonna even read the contract. They'll say, man, I'm taking it to my lawyer. Yeah, right. That's the same thing the fighter said, but he didn't. So, facts on top of facts. Yeah, I was talking to the local promoter here, and he was like, K9, man, these fighters, they don't even read the contract. They just, you put a contract in front of them, they just sign it. Like, man, I don't do that kind of stuff just because, especially how dirty it is. You know, your own boy will get you. They get to put their arms around you, and they ain't no woman. Stop it. You gotta be careful. You gotta watch it. Yeah, I appreciate whoever just hit the like button just now. That was good look. And they read it, and if they know how to read, they read it. Shoot, they can say, no, I'm taking this out here. This right here, no, I don't. You gotta get rid of this. This right here, I'm not comfortable. Or I'm not having this in here. I don't. This right here, I'm not giving you this right here. You gotta take it to your lawyer. Look, what do this say? What is? I don't want this in the contract. Take this out of the contract. You know, that's what you gotta do. You know, you gotta take your team, somebody that know. Man, this says you'll be with him if you win this fight 5 more years. Oh no, take that out of the contract. If I win this fight, we'll negotiate for another fight, just one more fight. But we'll negotiate. It ain't gonna be I'm getting paid, you know, what I'm getting paid now, and if I win, I automatically gotta fight 5 more fights. No. If I win this fight, we can renegotiate for one more fight. You know what I mean? But I gotta get paid you know what I mean, another in this other fight versus what I already got paid and automatically go to another contract. No, it ain't gonna go like that. Yeah. So yeah. So that's the great part. I actually going through this before. I've been through this before. So you gotta know, like, heck, you gotta know your worth. So what's up, Spider Moose? You all right, boy? Big fella. Yeah. So yeah, yep. So Nate Diaz do got hands, but you gotta definitely get in the ring first with somebody you can beat and see how it goes. Then you can know, okay, if you're ready for the next person. See, because Nate Diaz look good in UFC, that's the reason why. And he got a big name. That's the reason why Jake Paul is calling him out. But Jake Paul know what it is. Jake Paul knows he had destroyed Nate Diaz. Now you put Nate Diaz and Jake Paul in a cage, what he's comfortable with. He's used to moving around with no shoes on. It might be a different game. But you put him in there with boxing gloves on, and he ain't fought in a boxing ring since the amateurs. It's gonna be a different ball game. Exactly. Then you gotta, you gotta be in shape. You can't be smoking no weed, thinking that you about to beat somebody who ain't smoking weed, and who's been winning, who ain't never lost, and who's used to performing in a boxing ring in front of, lots of people. So yeah, I got my strap. So strap in here. Okay, my dude. I ain't brought the belt out in a minute, so gotta bring the belt out for a minute. So you smoke weed? Yeah, yeah, but you ain't no boxer, so you can get away. You can get away with smoking weed. You feel me? Well, you can get away with smoking weed. Let's see this right here. This right here is hard to get, brother. You hear me? Fighters in their lifetime is not gonna ever even fight for one of these, not alone get one. And God is so good that I was able to get two of these boys. You hear me? I got one. That's right, Fat Design. Justin. I was able to get two of these boys, man, and then, you know, and that's just the blessing. That's the favor of God. I ain't gonna lie. I can't just say, you know, it was all me because think about it. There's fighters on paper that had more skills than me. You know, if you ask, probably the average person, was Obakar a better fighter than me? They probably would say, yeah. But Obakar never won a world title. And he was considered the best fighter to never become a world champion. So, you ain't got to be the best fighter in the world to be a world champion. All you got to do is have, the right managers, the right team. If you got God like me, God of everything, it's over. Yeah, appreciate it, man. Yeah, it's man. Y'all, when it comes to boxing, y'all got a real, boxing commentator on the channel, I really do this for real, so it ain't like I'm somebody on here think I know about boxing. I ain't somebody that just did a lot of homework and said, you know what? Because I do the homework or I read a lot, I could just read. I don't have to read nothing and know exactly what I'm talking about because I've been there. You feel me? And done that. Sports chat with Matt, what it do? What's happening with you, buddy? Yeah, when is the interview gonna be up? Yeah. Yeah, I got my man's Matt. Me and Matt did an interview the other day. All is well. Yeah, but yeah, this is really hard work. But like I say, man, God gave me this one. Yeah, because they did not want me to succeed. They did not want me to become champion. I could tell you a story, bro. It was a fighter who they were trying to push because he had a big name. He was gonna fight for the title over me. They was already setting it up. But then he went out there and lost. You know what I mean? Next up was me. To tell you, man, when God for you, who can be against you? Nobody. Okay, sports chat with Matt. Yeah, y'all go check my boy sport chat with Mac out. Man, he does a great job on his channel, on Instagram, all that, man. We got a YouTube channel now too, don't you? Sports chat with Matt. Tell the people where they can find you at on your YouTube channel. Tell them again, El Toro, once a champ, always a champ. Stop it! Oh, yeah, that's smart then, Justin. I definitely would. But it's different. You don't know who you're fighting in the amateurs. Amateur fight could probably be harder than a pro fight. Because an amateur fight, man, you gonna fight somebody that's gonna be wild. They're gonna throw a million punches. In a boxing match, you can go pick a guy. You can go know exactly who you fight in a pro fight. So yeah, pro will be a lot easier. Sports chat with Matt interview with the K9 coming up later this week. Stay tuned. At Sports Chat with Matt. What's that? Instagram or is that YouTube? Well, that's both. Oh yeah. You can get timing down. You just man. Look, I guided myself. God guided me through the amateur ranks, through the pro ranks. You just have to be guided. If you can be guided, when to fight, when not to fight, who to fight, yeah, you'd be okay. Oh, there you go. Yeah, there's Show Sports Chat with Matt some love. He definitely do a good job, and I definitely recommend y'all subscribe to his channel and follow him on Instagram. Sports Chat with Matt. Yeah, he definitely got the goods. Heck yeah. If you wanna, definitely, if you wanna see your full potential, you can't smoke no weed, bro. You hear me? I tried doing that, man. Like I smoked weed when I didn't have a fight coming up. It was a big difference, but at the same time, God wasn't pleased with what I was doing. So yeah, when I ain't have a fight coming up, yeah, I would get it in then. Oh, Sports Chat with Matt, you the man, brother. You know? Yeah, you're doing a great job, bro. Definitely. So, you just gotta hustle. Like I told you before, we got to hustle. That's how you get it. Yeah, but like I was saying though, yeah, man, look, whenever I would fight, when I was younger, I'd be in the hood, man. I'd go buying bottles like I'm Michael Jordan, like I'm celebrating like I done hit a home run, like Barry Bonds without the steroids. Stop it. Man. Then I get back in the gym, no smoking weed, 'cause I got a fight coming up. I never dropped dirty because, when it was time to fight, I took boxing serious. I was in the gym. But whenever I wasn't fighting, after a fight, I was partying. Remember that song, Party All the Time, Party All the Time, Party All the Time. After I win, I'm thinking you know, I think I'm helping the hood. But this is what they do. You know what I mean? And man, I could have lost my life. I could have went to jail. I could have got killed. I did a lot of dumb stuff after smoking weed and drinking. Smoking weed and drinking you don't make right decisions when you're doing that stuff. So yeah, I don't do none of that no more, man. I'm good. That's a good question. So, Toro said, "Do I have any regrets on my boxing career?" Yeah. Um, I regret that I didn't stay active. Yeah, I should have stayed active. If I would have stayed active, man, definitely. On paper, I would go down as, you know, I think probably the greatest. I would be really up there as the greatest fighter of all time. Because think about it, when I fought Bravo at the Staples Center, I destroyed Bravo. One of the reasons is because, I was very active. I had just fought 3 fights in that year. This was going on my fourth fight. So my activity, I wish I would have stayed active. When I fought Basagorov, Zerbiet Basagorov, in Germany, I knocked him out. And this guy was the best fighter I ever fought. Even though I lost to Charlo, I lost to a few other fighters. This guy was a beast, but I was ready. I say, stay ready. You ain't got to get ready. I was ready. So it was over for him. I even told my wife, I said, babe, what I didn't do to Grady, I'm going to do to this guy. I knew it. I felt it, man. And, God is good. And it happened. And that's how I became #2 in the world. I remember my homeboy Phil, because a lot of people thought, because a lot of our fighters in Michigan, they would just go take a fight. You know what I mean? Just to take a fight and just be an opponent. I ain't never took a fight in my life just for the money, just as an opponent, not thinking I was gonna win. Every fight that I fought, I fought to win. You cannot offer me no amount of money to take a dive. I'm a winner. And if you beat me, but I'm not going to let you beat me because somebody paid me. No, I'm not doing that. I never cheated boxing. Never. I never will. So, yeah, I definitely regret, not staying active. If I could have stayed active, ooh, wee. Man, I would still be current world champ right now. I'd probably just be retiring. Two-time Duncan. Tell him again. Stop it. Two-time. You heard me? Oh, Justin, yeah. Well, you probably be able to get away with it because you ain't boxing for real. No, if you go get in that boxing ring, you probably want to leave that alone. And then if you ain't even got no experience, you know what I mean? Then you trying to smoke. You need all the advantages in the world. And a disadvantage is not being a boxer. A disadvantage is not having any fights. A disadvantage is smoking. Yeah, I didn't play the sport of boxing. You hear me? I did not play. When it came to boxing, I took it super serious. You hear me? So I wanted to be the best. Man, I never played boxing at all. You know. And so you just having fun though. You just love the sweet science. So you smoking and you hitting the bag and you smoking and hey, that smoking probably make you get up. It probably helps you get up because when it's something you really like and you smoke some weed, that weed seem like it make you like it better and make you seem better than what you really are when you smoke and you do something. Yeah, I smoked weed before and sparred, and I felt like I was the best ever. I mean, I felt like the Matrix. I seen the punches in slow motion. It's like, it make you think you're better than what you really are, but in reality, you're still the same person you was before you smoked the weed. It just give you a little, you need to have that naturally. Because eventually it will disappear. You can't stay high. So now you keep chasing. I'm not chasing nothing. You know what I mean? It's going to be what it's going to be. Oh, that's good. Hey, El Toro. Hey, El Toro. I appreciate you for saying that. Just think about this, though. Because El Toro said, I'm in his top 5 greatest boxers of all time. Think about this, El Toro. I ain't bad at all, and I am, in my opinion, one of the best ever. Think about this. I only had 10 amateur fights. How many fighters you know? You can name 10 fighters right now off the head, and you tell me how many amateur fights they had. So I didn't have a lot of preparation to become a two-time world champ. You feel me? Imagine if I had all the fights Floyd had as an amateur and turned pro. If I started boxing when I was 5 years old or coming out the womb. You feel me? I did this off pure heart. You know what I mean? I'm one of the best fighters ever. I ain't got to be one of the best boxers ever. But fighters, like fighting street fighting, going to go get them, man, one of the best ever. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yep, yep. I love the fact that my man Justin definitely, you know what I mean, love the sport of boxing. We definitely need people who love the sport of boxing. Boxing can be addictive, thing. I'm like you addicted to the sport of boxing, Justin, because I be seeing you hitting that bag, boy. Yeah, you be hitting that bag. Anytime you hit that bag, and your knuckles is swelling up and your skin is peeling. Oh man, you definitely love the sport of boxing. Yep. Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yep. But then that's why it seems like for a person they never smoke weed, like they not what land do they stay on? Yeah, like cause it seems like everybody and mama smoke weed. And you got some man now. What's real disrespectful and crazy is when a parent smoke weed with their kids. Like we talking about a kid. Yeah. You don't smoke no weed with no 8-year-old or 9-year-old hitting a blunt with them and be laughing like that's cool. No, 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 no. It's a bad look, a real bad look. Hey, at the end of the day, man, you could do what you want to do as an adult, you know. And they don't legalize weed. Just because they legalize weed don't mean that it's legal in God's eyes. And remember, we in America. We are in the United Kingdom. We are in the world. And so whatever the world say, you know, it is what it is. Hey man, Justin, I want Justin and Spider Moose to be on the same team with each other, man. We family on here, you know. Oh yeah, they be taking steroids, man. Listen, a lot of these athletes do be taking steroids. Oh yeah, you just started boxing. You see, if you just started boxing, you're 32 years old. You just need a lot of favor. You need young brothers like myself who can give you a lot of inside scoop to help you get the experience that you desperately need at 32. You know, that's all you need is the right person to guide you now. You can't be starting boxing at 32 years old and just do it on your own. You're going to have to be guided by somebody that know what they're doing and that really cares about you. Because a person can know what they're doing but not care about you and let whatever happen, happen or do you any kind of way. And you don't want that. You know? I started I started boxing when I was 11 years old. But fortunately too, Mr. Logan, may he rest in peace, out of the Crunk gym, he didn't put me in a boxing ring. Because he didn't want me to get hurt. He know boxing is something serious. So he didn't let me get in the ring. So I was hitting the punching bag for 2 weeks straight. And I said, forget boxing. I came back to the sport though. Thank God, a young man from the streets rolled up on me. I called him my uncle, Uncle Billy Summers, and asked me did I want to box because he had heard about, how good I was with my hands. And I told him I knocked Mike Tyson out. I remember. He took me to the gym. In my first sparring session, man, I almost quit. I was like, man, that boy gave me a headache. But I gave him a headache too. I blacked his eye and everything. So eventually he started boxing. I kept going. I got better and better and better. And here I am today. 2-time world champ. Yeah. So perseverance. I got a lot of perseverance, y'all. Yeah. You gotta listen. You gotta live and learn when it comes to this boxing. I had my homeboy, Steve. Steve just fought was last Saturday. First fight. I trained him over a year, but he wasn't training every day. And he just got his first fight. And he didn't win a fight. But a victory for him is that he went the distance. He was tired as I don't know what because he had never been in that position before. And he gained a lot of experience from that. So I think I did a good job, and I thank God, that things worked out the way they did because, Steve, I would have been put him in the ring, but he has a lot of disadvantages being that he's only 5'7", and he's almost a heavyweight, or he fights at heavyweight. Man, he's 190 and 5'7". Stop it! So yeah, that's a boy. It's a hard pill to swallow. Oh, yeah, you definitely need some help, man. B. Duncan, cause yeah, they just put you in there. They don't care. Boxing dirty, definitely. And watch some of my videos, man, and stay in contact with me because yeah, I was just like you. You only had 6 amateur fights. I only had 10. Yep. You lost your first pro fight because they probably putting you in there as an opponent. When you ain't had that many amateur fights, they're not going to most likely treat you like the A side. So you got to really watch it, not having that much amateur experience. They're not going to put you in as the A side. They're going to keep bringing you in as the B side. So you got to, whatever it takes. If you got to fight a fight for no money to get a W, tell them, man, give me somebody I can beat and keep the money. And they'll do that. You got a better chance of them doing that versus think you about to get a whole lot of money and be the A side, and you only got 6 amateur fights for experience, they ain't gonna let you do that. So yeah, you definitely need an advisor. I mean, I could be your advisor. We could talk. We could talk over it. You definitely need some presentation. Yeah, definitely. I think I could help Joshua. I would, yeah. It's all mental. It's mental and physical. But he already training with somebody now, so. But yeah, I think really with him more than anything, I think it's his mental. He don't know if he coming or going. He don't know if he should go left, or if he should go right, he should go forward, or he should go backwards. You know. Yeah, tell him again. And Charles definitely got some good tutorial videos, but I got, you want to talk to me too, so I can explain some of the things too. Because it's one thing watching a video, it's another thing on why am I saying do this, or why I'm telling you to do this, or why should you? Because you could do this and do that, but then at a time that you shouldn't do this and do that, you shouldn't do this and do that. So it's best to have a conversation and watch the video at the same time and then go over it. Because you might have questions. Yeah. So yeah, you get one thing definitely you gotta know it's a dirty game. It's a dirty sport. So and then, if you're in there with somebody who ain't got experience, I'm talking about as a promoter or as a manager or as a trainer, they might mean well, but they just don't know. And you don't want a person getting experience um, from your mistakes, because your mistakes gonna cost you and not necessarily cost them. They can move on if they're not a fighter, but you can't. I learned. I ended up learning the hard way, and it actually, it helped Sugar Hill. It hurt me, but helped him. He learned what to do, what not to do, on my behalf. You know what I mean? And we was a good team, but at the same time, he was learning. I was learning too, but it cost me, didn't cost him. He was able to move on with Tyson Fury, and my career is basically over with now. And he's benefiting from me, from what he learned with me, and making millions. And I'm not getting a percentage of it, not a nickel. Just keeping it 100. Yeah, no, I definitely knew this, brother. Yeah, so yeah, man, you gotta, yeah, that boxing, man. That boxing is different. And when you make the right, excuse me, when you make the right decisions, it can go a long way. A long way, trust me. Just think about it. I only had 10 amateur fights and won 2 world titles. No, I never heard of Pookie Holly. Nope. I don't know. It's a we and us, because we and us is the same. Like, we is me and you, and us is you and I, So, nah, it is. That's what we should say exactly in the gym. When they come in the gym and we don't know them, fresh meat. That's right, fresh meat. Exactly. That's a crunk saying right there, bro. You hear me? I'm going to bring that out for real, for real. Oh, yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Spider, he can fight, though, Spider. He is a banger. But I don't want y'all to get along, because both of y'all are my homies. So I don't want y'all beefing with each other. Yeah. Yeah. I don't want y'all beefing with each other, because y'all both Team K now. We on the same team. We can't be banging with each other. That's what the enemy want us to do. He want us to beat each, like the pit bulls. You take the pit bulls and put them in a jungle. They'll kill each other instead of them working together to try to defeat the lions. They gonna kill each other. They gonna wound each other. And the lions gonna be like, oh, these big dummies. These dummies. They just gonna eat the lions. Is gonna eat them up because they done already beat each other up. So we can't beat each other up on here, especially when we gonna be on here all the time. Oh yeah, they say that. So there's nothing wrong with having disagreements. Exactly. You can agree to disagree all day long, and that's a part of life. You got a brain, I got a brain. Our brain don't work the same. So yeah, I mean, there you go. We can agree to disagree. We're gonna agree to disagree a lot. I want, that's, even though I won 2 world titles, I can say something about boxing that might not be right. You might be like, no, okay, now it's like this. And if I think about it and humble myself, you know what, I gotta say to myself, man, you know what, he right. So just because I won titles in boxing, or I've been boxing longer than you or the next person, don't mean I'm always right about boxing. There's plenty of times I've been wrong. But I'm more right than wrong because I actually been in the ring. I actually won world titles. I actually know what to expect. You know what I mean? On the side contracts with the worst of the worst and the best of the best. So I get it. You know, I really understand. Yep. And y'all make sure y'all hit the like button when y'all tap in. Make sure y'all whoop that trick. Whoop that. That's good. See, that's what I'm talking about. I like to see people get along. You said I don't think less of you, and I'm not upset. There you go, man. It's just, yeah, we just agree to disagree on some stuff. I don't even know what the conversation was. It was about weed. I don't know. I'm just saying, if we step in the ring, and you think you're winning only on the fact that I smoke, you're gonna be surprised. Oh, I don't know. Hey, skills pay the bills. Hey, experience is everything. I mean, it's a lot of key facts. You know what I mean? So, what I'm saying is, you're a novice if you think that you're the only one who has smoked. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's all good. Hey, it's all good, y'all. Yep, it's all good. A lot of people smoke weed. They don't legalize weed now. Man, weed everywhere. I saw weed, smoked weed when it was illegal. So why wasn't it legal back then when I did it? No. No, I just think the government wanted to make some money off of it. That's all. You know? Yeah, you definitely don't do no blunts. No blunts will take everything. It ain't really just the weed. It's really the cigar paper. Them blunts ain't no joke. Like, them blunts will get you. I'm not saying weed won't get you too, but it take a little longer if you do it by paper than by blunts. I used to smoke blunts. That weed is different now too, though. You got to think, man. That weed now, they done made it stronger now. They got all this different stuff, the chemicals. You gotta watch it, man. I know a young guy, man, who smoked weed. He was from my neighborhood. His head was together, and somebody laced him. And man, he ain't been the same since, man. He like a 9-year-old, 8-year-old, 10-year-old, bro. It's sad too. Oh yeah, Justin, yeah. If you smoke cigarettes and you smoke weed, you ain't got no stamina. He said, like, I smoke cigarettes too, unfortunately. And if you tell me I need to stop that, I say 100. Oh yeah, you better leave that, man. You smoke weed and cigarettes? Stop it! Oh man, you ain't got no lungs. Oh yeah, definitely. You're right, Etero. We definitely need to set the match up between Spider Moose and Justin. But I got to see what the weight advantages is, and you know what I mean. How old is Spider Moose? How old is Justin? We got to know it. You know what I mean? Because if it don't make sense, then it don't make sense. Because it ain't really about the dollars when it come to this. Oh yeah, exactly. What you do outside of boxing is your own business, But definitely, the gym has to be clean. Yeah. Real talk. Yeah. Let's talk about something y'all agree on, though. How about that? How about something y'all agree on? That boy say I'm 210, 5'11", and I'm 37 years old. Oh, I really need to be down to 185 at least. Man, if you smoke cigarettes and you weigh 210, you start smoking cigarettes, you're gonna gain weight. Cause that cigarette, what's the word? Surpass or it makes you. Let's say the cigarettes stop you from eating. When you stop smoking cigarettes, you eat more. So you gotta really watch it. When you start smoking cigarettes, you watch it because you will gain weight. You'll be 225. You be like, man, K9, you was right. I understand. You know what goes in the body and what comes out the body. I definitely, yeah, suppresses. There you go. That's the word I was looking for. Suppresses the appetite. Yep. See, when you live on the set, you better switch it out with water. Yeah, but that's harder to do. It's easier said than done. Yeah, it's easier said than done, man. You know. But definitely leave them cigarettes alone. That cigarettes ain't no joke. You know, cigarettes killed my grandmama. Man, my grandmama, when I was, man, I miss her so much. That was my girl. Yeah, them cigarettes don't play. And say, Spider Moose said, K9, if you got beef in the gym and y'all yapping, I said, y'all yapping, you said, hold on. And weight size and age don't come into it. Get in there and settle the score. Yeah, but you know, most likely somebody that's, you know what I mean, that's smaller, you know what I mean, they're not gonna want to talk much to somebody that's bigger, you know. And then if a guy that's way bigger than a guy that's smaller, they ain't gonna, look, it's gonna get real serious because the guy that's smaller gonna know he can't beat the guy that's bigger. So, you know, guns gonna come into play when it comes to something like that. A guy be like, what, bro? You think I'm playing with you? He gonna want to go and grab a gun because he know he can't beat him for real, for real. You know, especially if they on the same level, like far as experience wise. The guy that's smaller gonna know the guy that's bigger than him. He can't beat him because he's smaller. So he gonna want to, you know, go get a gun. Yeah. So a guy that's bigger should respect the guy that's smaller, and the guy that's smaller should respect the guy that's bigger. And like if y'all homies, y'all should know what it is. Look, man, you know, you got your disagreements. I got my disagreements, but we ain't here to both do a job. You know, I shouldn't be mad at you because you want to do this and want to do that. You're a grown man. Same as with you. If you want to do what you want to do, you're a grown man. You know. Yeah. Yeah, but like I say, it's different. Now, when you first start boxing, and it's a little man versus a big man, you know, you'd be surprised a little guy can beat the big guy. They both don't know nothing, but the big guy might get tired. So, in the beginning, like if they don't know nothing, neither one of them don't know nothing, then they probably can handle. They can put them both in there. You'd be surprised what the little guy might be able to do to the big guy. But when both of them got experience, 9 times out of 10, the little guy ain't gonna be able to do nothing with the big guy. I sparred Tyson Fury. Come on, man. I wasn't able to do nothing to him for real, for real. Because he got the experience like I got experience. And as a big guy, you ain't even got to have as much experience. You can just have experience and still be able to hold your own or do something serious to somebody that's small. Mayweather considered to be the most, one of the greatest. You know what I mean? If not, in some people's eyes, the greatest fighter of all time. But Mayweather couldn't do nothing to Anthony Joshua. Mayweather couldn't do nothing to Tyson Fury or Deontay Wilder. That's why they got weight classes. They got weight classes for a reason. Now that's smart. Spider Moose says, okay, I'm not from the murder capital or USA like you are. K9 guns aren't a part of my thinking. Good. Killing ain't a part of my thinking. Great. I use boxing to get away from that. That's smart. Yeah. A black eye will go away. But murder won't. You know, you kill somebody, you going to jail for that. Or a person kill another person, he gonna be dead. So yeah, we gonna put down the guns, and we gonna definitely put on the gloves. Like K9 boxing. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yep. So We gonna get along. That's what we gonna do. It's one race, the human race. That's it. Well, I don't train nobody today, which is a good thing. I get a chance to chill, spend time with the family, man. You know. I agree 100%. Spider Moose Boxing Gym is a place for angry men to sort out their problems in a healthy way. That's right. I don't know, Justin. Hey, but I wouldn't try to use smoking, you know what I mean, in an athletic way to fulfill certain accomplishments. Well, I wouldn't want to say, this blunt helped me to do this or helped me do that. A lot of rappers can't make a song without weed in their system. They gotta have a blunt to even think about a song. Don't you know that them spirits is coming from somewhere else? That ain't really you that's making that song. That's some demons telling you, bro, you should say this. You should say that. But you ain't gonna smoke no blunt and talk about something positive in a song. You ain't gonna smoke a blunt and say, yes, I love you, Jesus. Your spirit gonna convict you. You ain't gonna say anything about Jesus after you done hit a blunt. Stop it! Come on, somebody. Jose said, even if you lose a fight, you will still wake up tomorrow and your wounds will eventually heal. Absolutely. There you go. And boxing is meditation for me. Man, it is. Yeah, I'm telling you. Yep. Yeah. But you gotta have to pick a side. Pick a side, Justin. Because you don't want to keep reading and smoking weed, the Bible, you know. But hey, you gotta deal with God. You and God. I leave it up to you and God, my bro. You know, I be done hit a blunt back in the days, and I go open up the Bible. I'm convicted, and it seemed like the weed make me be able to understand a lot better. So I did it, but then eventually, I had to say, no, man, I'm gonna do it without. I don't need no extra help to do it. I'm gonna do it because I need to do it. And one thing I didn't like about weed, though, I'm telling you, one of the main things definitely I didn't like about weed is that it goes away. I mean, you know what I mean? As a girlfriend or your wife, you don't want her to leave you. You got to keep doing something to get her back. No, so weed will leave. You hit a blunt, you high. What up, nigga? Huh? You how you get money? Then an hour, 2 hours later, you back normal. And so you like, oh, I want to go feel like I just got through feeling. You hit that blunt. What? We had to get money, and we ain't. I'm not. And then you back sober again. So then you got to go get that weed again. What? We had. No. I'm straight. Lil Wayne and them. What? Y'all get money? You don't know what you're saying, talking just any kind of way. Then you're back sober again. Whatever I do, I want it to be natural. I want to wake up like that. I don't want to need that. I don't want to have to spin to do that. And I don't want nothing that's going to be infecting my body. Weed is not good for your lungs. But, hey, that's another story, man. We could talk about weed all day long. They say they got weed that can help people gain weight. I guess weed's supposed to be able to help a person's appetite for those that got cancer. So, I leave that up to God. God and whoever wants to smoke it or whoever wants to drink because they feel like, hey, that wine's supposed to be good for your heart. Hey, it is what it is. Well, drink the wine with no alcohol in it. You know, you gotta have self-control. Yeah, I left weed alone. I ain't smoking no weed. I think it's been about 25 years. I don't know how long it's been, but it's been a long time since I hit a blunt. I'm done. It's over. I want to be in the natural. I don't want to be thinking stuff is better than what it really is. You could hit a blunt and be about to get kicked out your house, and you be like, I'm straight. I'm good. I ain't going nowhere. This is my crib. As soon as your high go down, you back. Oh man, you about to kick me out. Oh, what I'm gonna do? What I'm gonna hit that blunt? I'm straight. They gonna have to kill me to take me out this house. This is my house. I ain't going nowhere. Then your high go down and you back. Man, I got 2 hours. What am I gonna do? Hit that blunt. Man, let them come to my house. It's my house. It's a false reality. Yep, God can use boxing to save your life. He used boxing to save my life too. Be done. Yep, that's good. Hey, that's good that you off that now. Praise the Lord. What up, A? B? Now you were the first guy in the respar that crunk. Oh, he handled it good because Andy can fight, so he handled it good. I was the first guy Tyson Fury sparred too at Crunks. So yeah, I welcome them all to the game. I think, the first person that sparred with Donna Stevenson too. So yeah, I welcome a lot of people to Crunks. There's another guy from Canada who became a world champion. I can't think of his name, but I welcome him to Crunks too. I used to welcome a lot of guys to Crunks. Yeah. I just say hashtag Jesus for life. Jesus Christ is the way. I'm telling you, He is the way. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yep. That was our words right there in the crunch gym. Stop it! Fresh meat. Let the beatings begin. Yeah, yeah. Absolutely, Justin. Yep. Absolutely. Yeah, man. Make sure y'all hit the like button when y'all tap in, man. We on some real realness today. Yep. But what would y'all do if y'all was Nate Diaz? Back to Nate. Would y'all first fight in, have a boxing match? Would y'all sign with Oscar De La Hoya? You know? What would y'all do? Or would y'all leave boxing alone? Would y'all just say, I'm done, I'm free? Free at last. Free at last. Thank God Almighty, I'm free at last. And just be done. You know? Shoot, do y'all think that boxers should be allowed to smoke weed now since they legalized weed? So if a person failed a weed test or get caught, failed a drug test and it was just weed in their system, should they still be allowed to fight? Jose said he should just stay, Diaz should just stay retired. It's going to be hard for Nate Diaz to do that when there's all that money involved. Yeah, yeah, definitely Oscar. Definitely a shark. You right? Oh, you don't need no Oscar. And yet Nate has paid his dues. I wouldn't mind seeing him doing a few celebrity boxing bouts. That's all. Yeah, that's it. Yep. Maybe a few exhibitions. He can fight exhibitions or regular pro fights and still make the same amount of money. So, but make sure he fight celebrity bouts, guys that that's not real boxers. Guys with big names. You feel me? Or maybe he had Conor McGregor fight Conor McGregor. You know, but even Conor McGregor might beat him because at least Conor McGregor done got in the ring before, so he understands. You know what I mean? How I feel to be in the ring. So yeah, I would give Conor McGregor the advantages over Nate Diaz. Now, if Nate Diaz can get a few warm-up fights, you know what I mean? Then I don't know. I might change, my mind. Okay, it could be right, Jose. It could be, but he could be slurring his words because he high. He might every time he probably do an interview, because most likely every time he be out, he's smoking weed. Yeah. Diaz hit Anya Wood, get ready for Chad Dawson. Oh yeah, I sparred Chad Dawson too, Spider Moose. And Chad Dawson said I was the hardest hitter he's ever been in the ring with. Yeah, Chad Dawson said that. Yeah, I heard Jermaine Franklin was actually about to fight, but potentially Anthony Joshua. Yeah, Jermaine Franklin, man, I like him, man. He's a real good dude. He's from Michigan, so I'm pulling for Jermaine Franklin. And if it's any time to catch Anthony Joshua, it's now. Joshua lost 2 fights in a row, so he's second guessing himself right now. And he's with a new trainer. A lot of times when you're in a big fight, you know what I mean, You don't want to be in a big fight to where you don't know who's gonna win and have a new trainer. You want to jail with a trainer, get an easy fight first, and then what I'm saying. You start picking the bigger fights after you get one or two fights in with your new trainer. Because I think he has identity problems right now. Anthony Joshua, he don't know if he want to bang, if he want to box. You don't know what. You know what I mean? So hopefully he can, for himself, hopefully he can get his identity together. Know what it is that he wants to do and stick with it. Because he's being trained by Derek James, and the fighters that he's actually training, they all are bangers. Just think about it. Errol Spence is a banger. Uh, Frank, his son, the fighter who just fought, Martin, Jamel Charlo, they all bangers. So, yeah. If he win, if he win, he can really get some payday. See, it's a payday, but the payday is winning the fight. He might get $300,000, $400,000. I don't know if he gonna actually get $1 million. You know what I mean? Because he lost the last fight, even though I believe he won the fight, but his stock, it went down. And a promoter will play on you on that, even though his stock ain't went down. How my stock went down when I really won the fight? If my stock went down, then how did I get a fight with Anthony Joshua? So that really means they believe I won a fight. So yeah, so his stock didn't go down. But a promoter gonna tell you your stock went down so they can give you less money. If that makes sense. Hey, Spider Moose, you were 100% right. Like I say, I'm in Detroit. I'm in Michigan, and and they haven't seen what I can do. See what I'm saying? So that's the reason why it'd be hard for me to get an Anthony Joshua, somebody that wants to train with me. Because nobody's speaking for me. I haven't did nothing, as a trainer yet. But once they see my son and my other fighter, Josiah and Kevin, and once they get, once those guys go to the Olympics or win the Olympics and turn pro and be knocking guys out, you're going to have more fighters want to, come mess with me. No, James Toney was before my time a little bit. But he was a little older, but you know what I mean? Yeah, he was a little older by the time I became world champ. And yeah, he wasn't the same fighter no more. The James Toney of today, no, that would have been easy work. He wasn't the same no more at all. Spider Moose says, I think Joshua needs a guy like you, K9. Real talk. Someone who's been there, been around the legends, can break them down mentally, take them to the streets, and rebuild him. Exactly. It ain't just about boxing. It's about conversation. It's about experience. It's about going through something. It's about going to a place you ain't never been before. It's about losing, but then coming back to win. And not taking an L for a loss, but taking an L as a learning experience. Exactly. You 100% right, Spider Moose. People don't think about that. They just, oh man, K9. It's mental. It ain't just physical. I've been there. All right. You know, that's a dangerous fight for both guys. I put it for Franklin, but I hope, after Joshua is okay because, this boxing can make you do something to yourself you wouldn't think. Right? I know a fighter that was a beast. I think he beat Darren Holyfield in the amateurs. Went to jail. Got out. And then they say he killed himself. So that boxing is mental, man, and physical. Gerald McCullough will never be the same. Adonis Stevenson will never be the same. People have lost their life in the ring, man. It's different, man. It's different. Spider Moose, you're a smart guy. See, but those guys, that's managing him, promoting him, advising him. They don't be on YouTube, like, to be able to see the experience like that. You know what I mean? If they had the same conversation or was talking to me like we talking to each other, they would say, "Oh yeah, K, now we need to holler at you, bro. We need you to come in, fly you in, and we need you to sit down." But my time gonna come, you'll see. My time gonna come. When it's in you, it's in you. When God for you, who can be against you? It's gonna happen. I'm gonna help the sport of boxing with fighters. It's gonna be a whole lot better than what they are now. Well, it's not a lot of teachers anymore. It's just trainers, trainer. And whatever fighter wanted the most or got the most experience, he's gonna be the better fighter. And I'm gonna protect a lot of fighters from getting hit so much. I'm more about offense and defense, not just offense or not just defense. I'm more about, at the end of the day, you not being brain damaged. At the end of the day, you being able to go home to your family, you know what I mean, and talk to your kids and know who your kids are. Your kids know who you are. You feel me? How many, what? So Jordan said, what? Boy, Jordan, you gotta, because these words that things are coming so fast, like, I mean, it's a lot of writing that you're doing, so it's hard to read all of what you're saying. Because then Spider Moves came back with another paragraph. So he said, what was your typical workout for you when training? 10 to 12 rounds. When you were training for said, how much were you running? Did you do a lot of sprints or more sparring and heavy bag work for condition? Oh man, I didn't hit the heavy bag a whole lot. But yeah, it depends. I really did what I felt like I needed to do at the time. So it wasn't a certain amount of running. It wasn't a certain amount, you know what I mean? Sparring. I did as much as I could, but without hurting myself or without overtraining. I did as much as I could. So it depends on what kind of shape I was in going into the fight. If you're already in shape and you already just recently fought, you ain't gotta do as much, because if you do as much as you did going into a fight you just fought, then you're gonna overtrain. But I did train like a maniac, so that's one of the things that I think separated me from a lot of other fighters. I didn't have to have social media or video recorder on me to go run 14 miles, 15 miles just to post it. I went and did that without somebody recording me. I was out there running in the snow, zero degrees outside, 2, 3 below zero, without a camera on me or without somebody recording it. You know what I mean? I was able to go run out there in the summertime with a Sherlin on, with a weight vest on. So I just did the unthinkable. You would think I was crazy if you saw some of the things I did, but I knew that the average person wasn't doing it, and I did it, man, because I wanted to be the best. And to be the best, you gotta do what the rest ain't doing. You feel me? Yeah. And I just want to take my body to where it's never been before. I want to prepare myself. I want to know once I get on the airplane that what no, leave no stones unturned. I did everything to possibly, once I get to the fight or I get there, to know I'm ready. I haven't got on airplanes before, and I said to myself, man, I'm in trouble, or man, I wish I would have did more. And so now when I get on the airplane, I want to be able to say, oh yeah, he in trouble. I'm gonna destroy whoever, in front of me, whoever it was at that time. Oh yeah, you get Joshua less than 2 years living in K9's old hood, living humble, living and breathing in Detroit, having K9 in his ear, meeting Tommy Hearns, meeting McCrory. Oh man, exactly. Oh yeah, it definitely would change him. He'd be more grounded. He'd be more comfortable in his skin, and he'd be good. You're right. You're absolutely right. Yeah, if Emmanuel Stewart was still here, even though he would be the one probably training a guy like a Anthony Joshua or Deontay Wilder, it would still bring a lot of light to the city of Detroit, and I would still be able to meet certain people, because that's why Sugar Hill met Tyson Fury, because of Emmanuel Stewart. Tyson Fury wouldn't have came to Michigan if Emmanuel Stewart wasn't here. You know what I mean? Andy Lee wouldn't have came to Michigan if if Emmanuel Stewart wasn't alive, wasn't here. You know what I mean? So Sugar Hill was able to get a lot of his breaks, and Jonathan Banks is training Triple G because of Emmanuel Stewart, you know? And he trained Klitschko, yeah, because Emmanuel Stewart had that connect. And they took that connect, man, and people remembered him from that. So they reached back out. I reached out to Tyson Fury about training him, you know? And asked him, did he remember me? And he said, he remembered me and everything. And he was going to get back with me and everything, you know? But, you know, he never did get back with me. I never did, you know, sweat him about training with me. So we never ended up doing business. But yeah, he told me he's going to get back with me after he lost that weight. He said, right now I'm just losing weight. So I'm going to get back with you. So I think he asked Andy Lee who he should train with. And Andy probably was like Sugar Hill. Because I never trained Andy Lee, you know? I should have gave Andy Lee some pad work before so Andy Lee could see what I'm about. It's one thing to talk about boxing. It's another thing, somebody like Andy Lee give him some pad work and he see, like, oh man. But see, I wasn't no trainer at the time. You know, I just was good at what I do. I just knew my stuff. Yeah, so, yeah, I kind of regret, you know what I mean? I can't really regret it. It's just hard to say I regret. But I wish, to say that, I wish I would have gave Andy Lee some pad work. I wish I would have reached out to Tyson Fury a little bit more, you know what I mean? So certain things, you know, if I could do all over again, I would do. But you live and learn, you know, hey, go forward in life. Don't go backwards. Don't forget regrets. Right. It is what it is. You can't go back and redo nothing, so leave it where it's at. Learn from it and move on. Go forward in life, not backwards. Oh yeah, yep. Manny was a veteran. The GOAT boy probably in the boxing seriously. He knew his stuff. He had a lot of haters out here. You know what I mean? Oh man, he would get in a person's corner and wouldn't even train him, you know? And man, Manny was good. I saw first hands how good he was. No, I ain't see Duncan's comment. What he say? Okay, so I walk around at 145 and fight at 140. Would Joe Jim allow me to come work out and spar for a couple of days? Yeah, of course you can come and spar. Yeah. Yep. Just let me know ahead of time. We gotta DM me on DM me on Instagram at K9 Boxing so we can you know what I'm saying? We can go ahead and tap in and make it happen. Yeah, I know Prentice Bird. Yeah, Jordan, I know Prentice Bird. He had something to do with the contender. He was one of the managers. If that's what you're talking about, he was a manager. Yeah, Prentice Bird, I remember him. Yep. I think he was a money man. He was one of the money men, you know. Yep. See, Emmanuel Stewart, he had the Illiges who had his back. When Tommy Hearn was out here, they had, remember my man, Mike Illich, the owner of the Detroit Tigers, the Detroit Red Wings, and Pizza, remember Hot and Ready? Pizza, Little Caesars. Yeah, Mike Illich, he used to fund Emmanuel Stewart boxing events. That's why Detroit was so hot. It had that bag behind him. Yeah, Mike Illich used to fund the Pistons. I mean, yeah, well, he used to fund the Crunk team. That's why Crunk team did so well. Had that bag behind him. Oh yeah. See, I'm aware. I'm aware of what's going on, Jordan. Yep. Yep. Yeah. I still be having a little be having dreams about Emmanuel Stewart. Still being around, man, you know, and teaching and still pulling strings. Yeah, Emmanuel had connections for real. Ain't nobody perfect. all in all, Manny was a good dude, you know. Yeah, definitely. He the one got me, you know, with God's help. He got me my first fight well, the first time I ever flew on an airplane. And Manny still got me that fight when I fought on a Mike Tyson undercard. Yeah, yeah. That was a big, that was a big fight. It was in the Detroit newspaper. Cornelius Bundrich will be fighting on undercard, Mike Tyson fight. Yep, another guy named Rico Hoya out of Michigan. I think he's staying in Phoenix now. He a trainer out there in Phoenix. He fought on the undercard too. And Manny Pacquiao fought on the undercard before people knew who Manny Pacquiao was. He didn't have a big name at the time. Manny Pacquiao fought on the undercard too. Mike Tyson versus Slim Sleuth. And I knew Mike Tyson was gonna lose. But since I was a Mike Tyson fan, if I'm with you, I ain't gonna be against you. I could have won money. So I knew Tyson was gonna get beat. But I didn't bet against him. Ed Too Tall Jones wanted to bet me bad. Bet you Mike Tyson, I bet you. And I'm like, bro, hold your money, keep your money. But as much as I like Tyson, he's not gonna win this fight. And he didn't. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, man, he stood. Real dude. Yeah, he going, hey, right now. Yeah, he talk real fast, boy. Then when he on TV though, he slow it down. Like, yeah, so you know that was a great jab. And if he came back with the double jab and threw the right hand, that would have been a punch that would have knocked him out. You know, so but he did real good. You know, getting the fight on a short notice. You know, and taking the fight the distance. You know, you have to give that man credit because you know the average person, the average fighter, you know, in this caliber, you know, wouldn't have did what he did and on a short notice. You know what I mean? So yeah, I put him at the number 5 pound for pound as the best fighter in the world. See how he go real slow when he on TV, Emmanuel Stewart. But you know when you ain't told about nothing, you trying to get, oh yeah, that's all, yeah, just give me a call and everything. We talk about it now and then. All right, then, okay, bye. when he don't really want to talk, or it ain't making no sense, he'll hit you with a quick one. Oh, okay, now I love you, man. I love you, man. Don King, only in America. So I love, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Follow me on Instagram at K9 Boxing. Like I say, DM me though, man, so you can go ahead and, you know, we can talk that talk. Yep. Much respect, man. I'm about to tap out, y'all. I just want. Yep. Hey, I wish Nate Diaz the best. Definitely wish him health, real good health, man, and make the right decisions because it's a dirty game. All right, Jordan B. Duncan, Spider Moose, Chester, everybody that tapped in. One love, man. We'll talk again later. Peace. Cheers. Stop it. It's over. A bark, a bite, an overhand right. All right, Moose. Welcome to K9 Boxing. Hashtag dogs us.